Hey everyone, all things Mason here. Welcome back to a brand new reaction video. Today, MacDonald just dropped a new song. I say just, he dropped it like 4 hours ago now, but you know, I had to go to school. He had to go to work, so now we're here. So it's a little bit later than we normally would do, but we're here now. We're ready to react to it. You got anything you want to say, Dad?
I'm excited, man. Title's got me pumped up. I like it.
Yep.
I think it's going to drop some truth and some hypocrisies and everything else. That's what I love most about him. But I want to say I am prepared. Just in case.
Okay.
I don't want him to infect my mind.
Yep. Don't get brainwashed. Oh my god. Don't get brainwashed.
How we looking?
You're looking great.
Ooh.
All right, Dad.
No,
so you got a slick back.
Got a slick back.
All right, don't get brainwashed, Dad.
Ooh. There's no brainwashing all things dad around here.
All things Dad.
But no, I am ready. You ready?
Nah, yeah, obviously I'm ready.
I've been looking forward to it all day.
Yep, I'm sure.
I don't think I'm going to keep this on. It's hot.
It was for a little bit.
I don't think Tom's going to brainwash me.
Yeah, you're pretty strong-minded.
How's my hair look?
It looks great.
Do I have
what hair?
Do I have any?
All right, you ready? We got pulled up here. I'm ready. Are you ready?
Hold on.
I'm gonna play it, and then I need to make sure that everything's all good. Hello.
Sorry. I'm still recording.
We are.
All
We're
right.
still recording. You can hear us.
All right.
All right, here we go. You ready?
I'm excited, baby.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
3,
I'm
2,
ready to stop it.
1, boom.
Half the country fell asleep, but they scream woke. We're distracted by vaccines and TV shows. Politics, celebrity, gossip, popular, neat quotes. Black lives, white lives, which lives mean most? We only dedicate one day to remember our fallen soldiers, the men and women who died young. But if you come out the closet as Caitlyn Jenner, you're a hero and you get a whole Pride Month.
Oh, God.
Dang, man.
Oh, God. Already.
I'm telling you, man. That last little bar you just said. I've said that I don't know how many times over the last several months. The words brave, courageous, hero, those words no longer hold meaning. Like, it's never been safer and more acceptable for people to be who they want to be. Whether that's a sexual thing or a cause or whatever the case may be, people coming out as homosexual or trans or whatever, and they get lauded with these words. And I just don't. And I think I get what they're trying to say. Because, yeah, they might take some heat from some people, but those people that give people that kind of heat don't matter. You know? Those words used to be reserved for people who actually did brave shit. You know, going overseas, going to war, being ready for war, saving someone's life. I don't know, man. The words, they've lost their oomph, in my opinion. You hear it so much with these stories and on the news about something that happens, and they say it's so brave, and it's just not. It's just not. Okay. So anyway, that's a big thing for me.
Yeah, only 20 seconds in.
There's a lot of people out there doing actual brave shit every day, and they don't get
any credit.
They don't get credit. They don't get days named after them. They certainly don't get months named after them. It's just, I'm sorry. That's just an issue. It's more personal, I think, with me. But anyway, moving on.
Let's go.
But if you come out the closet as Caitlyn Jenner, you're a hero and you get a whole Pride Month. The most dangerous pandemic's propaganda from these clowns. Only mask that's gonna save us is duct tape on their mouths. Don't speak. We don't need to defund police, need to defund the media who lies through their teeth.
Ooh.
Bam!
Dang. Bomb. That was like a kamikaze pilot. I've never heard it put that way, but that's so true.
It is so true.
I feel like the world would be a better place without the media, like for sure.
It's if the media did its job properly, then they serve a very valuable purpose.
It's corrupt.
It's probably always been biased to some degree, I'm sure, But it's become so blatantly obvious now that it's just all control. I could show you. Let's take Time Magazine, for example.
Wait, what magazine?
Time Magazine.
Oh, Time.
You don't
yeah,
read it.
yeah, I know.
And the years they spent bashing the former president as opposed to a Democratic leadership, say, during Obama's years. And the difference is night and day. I don't care that you don't agree with certain policies or whatever. And what journalism should be doing, journalism, media should always be questioning our leadership. I don't care who's in charge. But now they're running interference for poor leadership. Like, there was plenty of things to attack Donald Trump on. Yes, there was. Whether it was the way he spoke to people, is pissing people off. Maybe he was saying things that he was grouping a lot of people together. You could certainly attack him on a lot of fronts. And you're right to do that. You need to be questioning him. But since this latest guy got in office, they have done nothing but run interference and post blame where it doesn't belong. Take, for example, inflation, the rise in gas prices. The first thing that happened, because everybody noticed the rise in gas prices, right? The first thing they did was say, well, the president, this is the first article I remember seeing was, well, the president's actions don't tend to have anything to do with the gas prices. Bullshit. That's bullshit. Sorry.
Because they can hear that, trust me. They can pick it up.
That's total crap.
Getting a little bit mad there.
Well, because things that he signs into executive orders and things, they directly impact things like that. They have you can almost do it to the day of when he signed certain executive orders to when the gas prices jumped. And now, with what's going on in Afghanistan and the Taliban completely taking over that country again at a record pace, and getting so much of our arms, U.S. arms, in the process that we left the Afghan armies to try and defend themselves, it's creating an entire state that's going to be anti-U.S. And I can only imagine the negative things that will come out of that. But Biden gets on these he basically is begging Russia not to do hacks. He's begging China not to do hacks. And now he's begging the Taliban not to be anti-U.S. I mean, I don't even know.
Oh yeah, no, he's.
I don't even know what's going on up there, man. And the media constantly runs interference. That's the whole point of this whole spiel I'm on. The media constantly runs interference for him instead of asking him tough ass questions. And he's going up there with these scripted responses that he still can't even get right. All he's got to do is read, and he can't get it right. It's just it's becoming.
I'm fairly certain that he's going to mention something like that.
It's just become it's nauseating to watch. It's nauseating to watch. The job of the media is to question our leadership at every move, at every turn, and to get a proper response. Not we'll circle back or we'll get back to you later, that kind of stuff. That's what people that don't have answers say.
That's a non-answer.
Yeah, that's a non-answer. That's question avoidance.
Hate non-answers.
So anyway, back to it.
Back to it. Let's go.
Beef on the media who lies through their teeth like Big Pharma doesn't cure you, dog, cause every patient that gets cured is a customer lost. And big oil runs the world. The only wars that get fought are with the countries who have natural resources they want. Heard him claiming if a white man braids his hair and likes rap, he's appropriating culture. But if a white man acts too white, he's white trash. He's a racist, he's a bigot, he's a monster. Let's just have the conversation. Not every liberal is dumb, not all Republicans are racist. The government wants everybody fighting with their neighbors because they know that if we get along, we'll probably go against them.
Yeah. We've been saying that for a long time.
Forever. Is this whole line that divides people is just, I'm just sick of it. I'm really tired of it. And he's right. We should all be questioning. This even goes back to what I was just talking about. We should all be questioning every motive that ever goes into it. Just like he said, the only wars being fought have been over natural resources. And that's I would say that's very accurate. That's how we got involved, I think, in Iraq. That's how we've, it's worth defending because we have all this interest over there. And I'm not saying that it's not valuable, but these countries, and a lot of people will say, why are we even in Afghanistan in the first place? And I kind of get that messaging. It's up to them. It's up to them and their people to figure out what's going to go on with that country. And I'm okay with that, except when you harbor terrorism that attacks the U.S. on U.S. soil. I got a problem with that. So where do we get involved? Where do we draw the line? Where are the parameters at? And those things always change. I mean, the previous president, Donald Trump, had openly said that he was going to try and pull troops out of Afghanistan over the course of his presidency. And Biden's doing the same thing. But now I'm sure people are questioning Biden doing that because of what it's led to. And maybe that's why Trump hadn't done it yet. But don't support it under President Trump and not support it under Biden. It's attacking that with the right military plan. You can't just all of a sudden pull out. I think today they evacuated the embassy out there because Afghanistan is going to fall. It's going to fall to Taliban if the U.S. doesn't intervene. And I don't like being super overly involved in things going on overseas, but I don't want a nation of terrorism. I'm sorry. I just don't want that. So what do we do? What's the answer?
Yeah, I think, didn't we talk about like something like that last night when we were talking about how, with the vaccine, people will be skeptical of it if it's not with like the same party. Like, because you mentioned a
year ago,
yeah,
when the vaccine was being developed, there were Democrats left and right that said they weren't going to take the vaccine. They would never take a vaccine under Trump. Well, then the presidency changed. All right, the vaccine didn't. The presidency changed. It changed to Biden. So then this year, now that it's rolled out, everybody's taking a vaccine, and now if you don't take it, you're just an anti-vaxxer, you don't believe science, all this other stuff. And that's all fine and dandy. I think it's wrong. A lot of people are just wait and see kind of people. Let me wait and see what happens here. Or maybe they're just not scared of the virus at all. And we're doing all this finger pointing and all this division on this whole issue when really just a year ago, the other side was saying they wouldn't take it. Well, I got news for you. This is the vaccine that was developed under President Trump. All right? So that is the vaccine. It didn't change from November to January and all of a sudden become a Democrat vaccine. So if you're taking that vaccine and you're happy about it, y'all should probably thank the former president for making that happen for you. But I imagine a lot of people couldn't bring themselves to do that.
Yeah, I was just mentioning that. All right,
let's go. Moving.
Know that if we get along, we'll probably go against them. They can't stop us, 'cause we're ready to fight, trying to brainwash us. But we won't let freedom die. The whole world's brainwashed. Everybody pick a team, start a riot in the streets. The whole world's brainwashed. It's us against them, it ain't you against me. How did monkeys become people and people turned into sheep? They put fluoride in the water that's keeping us all asleep. Claim they want what's best for us, I find it hard to believe. Cause they've been selling us cigarettes since we was 18. Fake news, fake woke, distract and divide. You're either right or you're left, or you're black or you're white. Big tech don't need a microchip to hack in your life. Cause the phone inside your pocket is a tracking device. And now
I love that.
That line about the sheep.
I like that too. We turn from
man
to humans to sheep.
Oh, sheep, because sheep follow their leaders.
The thing is, there's nothing wrong with going along with what the government says, but it's the problem with going along with it blindly and just doing it because they say to do it. It's
do
like
research or something.
It's like if I don't like who's in charge, I'll question it all day long. But when my guy gets in charge, I'm not questioning shit. I'm just going to go with it. And I mean, that's a sheep. When you just don't raise any questions, no alarms, and you just blindly go along with whatever's going on, that's not right. And that's not. I mean, that's really un-American. I mean, we've questioned things since the beginning of this country. Yeah.
What was the other thing?
My line, the one I liked, was the very last one. He said, it just jumped out of my head though. Let me back it up.
Okay.
Tech don't need a microchip to hack in your life, because the phone inside your pocket is a tracking device. And I don't.
There's been a lot of talk with this vaccine about how they're worried about microchips and all that stuff. Let me tell you something. The government will track your ass. They got you. All right. The NSA can find you right now within seconds.
Yeah.
If you got an iPhone, an Android, any phone, a Gmail account, I mean, you're done. They know where you are right now if they want to. So that shouldn't be your concern.
I've never been worried about
My only concern about the vaccine when it first came out was how it was going to negatively affect the human body. Yeah. I'm all for vaccines. I'm very pro-vaccine. I've had every vaccine. I was in the military. God knows what they shot in my arm in the military. All right? I'm surprised if I don't have green blood. But So I'm not skeptical of vaccines. I think this one was fast tracked, so I wanted to wait and see how it result. So if you want the vaccine, by all means, get the vaccine. If you don't want it, then don't get it. And I don't think anybody should ever tell you to get it.
Yeah.
That person is going to have to reconcile the vaccine in their own mind. That's what they're going to have to do. All right, they're not going to take it. I don't care how much you browbeat them. I don't care how much you shame them. I don't care how much you pay them or try to incentivize them. If somebody is dead set against that vaccine, they're not getting it until they make it right in their mind. He and I have had conversations about it. He's old enough to make those kinds of decisions. So when he has a question, I give it to him, and that's where we go from there. Let's roll.
Yeah, let's go.
Tech don't need a microchip to hack in your life, cause the phone inside your pocket is a tracking device. And I don't know what I'm more sick of, rappers or Joe Biden looking like he ate 100 Xanax for dinner. Censoring the president and kicking him off Twitter is a bigger threat to freedom than foreign ballistic missiles. You don't trust the police or the government, but you want people.
Sorry. He was talking about banning Trump on Twitter is more of a
Let me tell you something.
Not terror. It's more of a violence thing than.
Let me tell you some of the people that have Twitter accounts. Okay. Taliban, Al Qaeda.
Really?
Oh yeah, they have people that recruit for them. There is so much hate on that platform that openly calls for.
I hate Twitter.
Death, sex trafficking, child trafficking.
But they don't ban them.
But they banned the president because of January 6th, because they say incited this violence, which was trespassing.
That is so backwards.
And what I had to say about January 6th is a lot of people have tried to push these theories that, maybe it was supposed to happen, maybe it was Antifa, maybe it was FBI, all this other stuff. I will say this. The only thing that I know for sure is the Capitol Police in Washington, D.C. was completely underprepared or did not, just flat out didn't want to stop them from coming in the Capitol. Okay? If that had been a Black Lives Matter protest right outside our Capitol, right, there would have been thousands of police, National Guard, everybody else. All right? It's almost like they were inviting them in. There were 3 or 4 officers out there that I saw. May have been more. I don't know. But the whole thing stinks to high heaven. It really does.
Yeah.
And at best, they were woefully underprepared for it. There's no way you're going to have 1 million people for any cause. For any cause. I don't care if it's Trump. I don't care if it's Biden. I don't care if it's Black Lives Matter. I don't care if it's abortion. I don't care if it's pro-life. Any cause that has 1 million plus people outside your Capitol building protesting, and you know it's coming, then you should be prepared for that to turn south. And they were not. No matter how you slice it, they were not. And not by a little bit, okay? So it just begs that question. That's why these conspiracy theories pop up. I say conspiracy theories, who knows? But that's why those pop up, is because it's like, how could they have only had their regular police out there? Sorry. How could they have only had their regular police out there? The National Guard was there. They just weren't deployed. So why weren't they deployed? You got 1 million people out there. You don't know. You don't know how it's going to happen.
We're good, yeah.
So
Okay.
I think that's how that went.
Okay. We ready?
Yeah, I don't even remember. We got to start.
It was talking about banning the president.
Oh yeah,
They should be banning
so then
someone
they banned
else.
him, even though he got on Twitter immediately after the Capitol building got breached. He got on Twitter and he's like, "Hey, y'all stand the fuck down. What are y'all doing?" But then within minutes, his whole platform was
They
gone.
just tried to find a way to.
And that's who they'll ban from Twitter. But all these other people will be on Twitter, openly calling for terrorism against the United States and various other countries, and recruiting for these types of things. Those things can exist all day long on Twitter. And
That's backwards.
It's clearly just biased in that platform, which everybody knows that exists. I mean, they don't even try to hide it. So
That's so dumb, though. All
Yeah.
right, let's go.
It is.
Let's go.
Like he ate 100 Xanax for dinner. Cause censoring the president and kicking him off Twitter is a bigger threat to freedom than foreign ballistic missiles. You don't trust the police or the government, but you want people giving up their right to own a firearm. Why would you be comfortable if police and the government the only people on the planet with the right to buy a gun? White privilege getting amplified to reinforce division. It convinces white people that they're favored by their skin, and black people getting angry because they're told they're treated different. So the conflict is between us and never with the system. Let's just have the conversation. Not every liberal is dumb, not all Republicans are racist. The government wants everybody fighting with their neighbors because they know that if we get along, we'll probably go against them. They can't stop us, because we're ready to fight, trying to brainwash us.
Can I just say I love the video too, is how he's on the TV. Because in the beginning of the video, it was like him watching the TV, and it was like that like black and white classic like spiral like hypnosis type thing, right? How, you know, brainwashing people. And then they put him on the TV, and now he's like throwing stuff around. Everyone's hating it. Like he's getting mad at it.
Yeah.
Have you know? And then he's trying to brainwash him, like his other self, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Because he plays every part in all his music videos, basically.
Yeah.
I love.
And you know the one thing I would really like to say is that I would be so happy if the only people that had guns in this country were the police and the military. That would just make me so happy. I mean, I would feel so much safe. I'm sorry. I would feel so much safer and so much more at peace if I couldn't defend myself and my family from
that does not make
threats.
any sense.
It's just because the government, they've never done anything wrong. The history of some law enforcement, they've never done anything wrong. The criminals out there, they would never. I mean, they would give up their guns, right?
Well, the criminals no.
Yeah, if they banned everything, the criminals would get their guns back, right? So then we don't need our guns, right? Because that's how everything works, right? No, bullshit.
No, the world is a dangerous place. You need protection against yourself.
Listen,
anything could happen.
The only
for yourself.
The only protection you and your family really have is you. Okay? The police are, we'll say on a good day, 5 minutes away. That's a real good day, and that means you got to call them. You got to be able to call them. You've got to tell them what the hell's going on, and then they got to get somebody to you. Okay, let's say 10 minutes. 10 minutes is probably good.
Because like you have to be able to.
What happens in that time frame? Somebody's got a gun in your face taking your car.
A 10-minute time frame? That's a long time when
You're
someone's
either
holding you at
dead,
gunpoint.
your car's gone, or something, or whatever. But when it comes down to it, you are your own best self-defense. And that's what this country is about. It's about empowering people. It always has been that way, but we are giving that power up at a alarming rate. The freedoms.
Yeah.
And what it takes to do it, like this virus, 97% at worst, right? The numbers are always, you know, conservatives say 99%, liberals will say 96, 97. I'll give you the 97. 97% survivability, and we're freaking out about that. I hope no black plague comes back or something that takes out 10%.
1/3. That's like
15%. And that's still lowballing.
Of Europe. They killed them.
I mean, imagine the panic that was setting then. So, anybody that's had a bad case of COVID or lost somebody to that, I understand it. I empathize with that. Okay, I really do. It's serious. It's not a hoax. I'm down, and we should be doing everything we can to stop it. But I'm not giving up any freedom to do it. And I don't think, and the government hijacks these opportunities to push through radical spending bills, radical agendas type stuff, which causes the inflation, which the media is covering for, as usual. The CDC has turned into the fourth branch of government that's, of course, unelected. I'm not saying that they don't know what they're talking about. You're supposed to be able to trust them. The problem is, just like a politician, you don't know who in there has been bought out. You don't know who started what. You don't know why this has generated billions, even trillions of dollars to these companies. He mentioned Big Pharma earlier. They don't want to lose customers. They want to treat things and not cure things. And I don't know. I think they're I don't know if I always agree with that. It depends on. I kind of go through mood swings on that subject. But anyway, let's keep rolling. My bad.
Yeah.
We're ready to fight, trying to brainwash us, but we won't let freedom die. The whole world's brainwashed. Everybody pick a team, start a riot in the streets. The whole world's brainwashed. It's us against them, it ain't you against me. Step one, train the people only to consume. Step 2, infiltrate adults with the news. Step 3, indoctrinate the children through the schools and the music and the apps on the phones that they use. Step 4, separate the right from the left. Step 5, separate the white from the black. Step 6, separate the rich from the poor. Use religion and equality to separate them more. Step 7, fabricate a problem, made a lie. Step 8, put it on the news every night. Step 9, when people start to fight and divide, take control. This is called situational design. They can't stop us, 'cause we're
I like that.
ready to fight.
I liked the.
I'm pretty sure that step-by-step process has pretty much worked for every dictator that's ever taken power in the world, in the history of the world.
If you think about it, like social media.
It's funny because there's a show, not that I'm a huge Netflix fan, but I do still have them. I love documentaries, and they got one on there that's called How to Become a Tyrant. It's about a 6-episode miniseries
that's
documentary type thing. And it's narrated by Peter Dinklage, who I happen to love. I like him as an actor. I like his voice, so he's a good narrator. And they put a little fun into it when talking, I guess as much fun as you can when you're talking about how to run a dictatorship.
Oh, no.
And each episode breaks down a different facet of what various dictators have used to gain power. So it's a show that if you want to see that, it's basically they have a dictator playbook. And it goes through, and a lot of things he just mentioned are in that playbook. And if you look at our politics today, and this is not just liberal or conservative, this is all across the board, every spectrum. These tactics are being employed. I do not think that we will become a dictatorship in the old sense of the word, where one person will be ruler. But I do believe we could fall dictatorship to a party. And it would just be a dictatorial party. They may keep the presidency running every 4 years, where you could elect a new leader. But if it's always the same party, are we not then falling under basically a party dictatorship? You're going to live this way, and that's it. If you want to live,
kind of like what's happening now. How
it feels that way.
The Democrats own like the House and the Senate and the presidency.
They own.
Like
they got it all right now.
Right?
And just in the first 8 months, it's like, this is just 8 months. We got 3.5 more years of this stuff left. I fear for where we're going as a society. And anyway. But anyway,
all right, let's finish this song. Let's finish this out.
I'm sorry, man. I'm talking.
I think it's just got the chorus left, so just finish it.
I know brainwash us, but we won't let freedom die. The whole world's brainwashed. Everybody pick a team, start a riot in the streets. The whole world's brainwashed. It's us against them, it ain't you against me.
I like that. I like that beat.
I love that video because the visuals of it. He outdoes himself every time. He's a literal like video genius. He knows how to make a good video, and the.
Can we minimize this and bring your string lights up?
Yeah. The symbol. Oh, you almost did it yourself. Wow, look at you. The symbolism behind that video was one of the best I've seen him do ever. Like the screens, and he starts, at first it's like hypnotizing him, and then he starts to break out of it, and then his other self comes on and starts talking about, starts singing the song with it, and it's like with all the words and the facts, and it's like everyone's just either they're snapping out of the brainwash. That's the thing. A lot of his videos can be interpreted in many ways, which I think is. If you could do that, that's awesome. It's either him snapping out of it and he's realizing it and he's mad at himself, or he's mad at him talking to him because he's like, no, you're wrong, because he's brainwashed, obviously. Yep. And then the people that won't like this song are brainwashed because they're like, no, you're wrong, no. Because they have this mindset in their head of like certain expectations, and it's just like, if you speak against them, no, you're wrong.
The second thing is this, is nobody has it all figured out. There's improvements that can be made on. Oh, I know. I'm sorry. This is all my fault. I apologize right now. I know I've talked a lot, but it's just a lot of issues that I feel down deep that are being used to constantly divide us, and it's all just a lot of it's just bullshit. for lack of a better word.
I mean, okay.
My biggest complaint here the last several years has been the news media. Like, let me give you an example. If you're a liberal out there, you happen to watch this, but I don't know if you do or not. But if you do, like for the last couple of years, as a conservative voice, which I'm not even super conservative, but I have some conservative views, our posts and ideas and news media and all that stuff, they get this little thing on it called a fact check. We get it all the time.
Oh God.
We get it all the time. I have yet, and I've talked with a few of my liberal friends, I said, do y'all ever, your news articles ever get fact checked? Do y'all ever get that little stamp on there when you're sharing it on your social media? No, what's that? I mean, I don't even know what it is. They're not doing that. It's what I'm saying. It's becoming, we're almost not even being ruled by the government anymore. We're being ruled by big tech and what they want.
That's what, you like social medias? Being ruled by, that's what it's funny that you mentioned, because when you're talking about dictatorships, I was like, technically, we're all being run by a dictatorship. It's called social media.
It is. And it's funny because I mentioned that series about the tyrant thing. One of the things, a lot of the big questions the last few years, well, believe the science, believe the science, believe the science. That's what people say when they don't want. Let me tell you something. Science is designed to be questioned, just for the record.
How do you think they got so many branches of science?
If it's actually based in science, then it'll hold up under scrutiny. And let me tell you something. Do you think the government cannot control science? Then you need to watch How to Become a Tyrant. Science is literally used in numerous dictatorships. All right? Because the only science you can get is what you have access to.
I feel like psychology is also a big part of that.
If there's not people out there saying, hey, let me offer this other point of view, then you're just getting that one thing. Now, I'm not saying they're not right. Like, I'm very pro-vaccine. I'm down with it. Get it. If you want to get it. If you're comfortable with it, get it. And I think vaccines are a very good thing. They always have been. We've eliminated quite a few diseases with that, or minimized the risk. But we as a people are the ones polarizing this kind of stuff, and making it so divisive and so political. And both sides do this all the time. Well, it's like everything has to be divided. Everything. All right. Anyway. I mean, we're at 32 minutes, so I'm gonna wind it down.
Is that all?
I could really talk a long time on this.
Yeah.
Basically,
if you guys want us to, we could do like what we've done in the past with the longer breakdown video. If you guys want.
Maybe. I think I want to do that with fake woke, because we can't do.
We'll do it with. Well, we'll do it with other. So, like, if enough of you guys want it, let us know in the comments. We will definitely make it happen. But we got to find good times to do it, because we don't have all day every day. So
anyway, the video itself, it was awesome, spot on.
Love the symbolism.
Nova's the best. Tom's the best.
Yep.
He says what's on a lot of our minds, and without really, and again, he's not trying to be one way or the other, because I guarantee it can just as easily flip the other way.
I don't know.
It's mind numbing.
Here's like a tiny little thing before we end it. I don't know if you saw his like stories on Instagram or Facebook or anything, whatever you follow him on. He said that the last night yesterday morning at 2 a.m. the day before this video was going to drop, he got an email from whoever publishes the video saying that there was something wrong with the video, and there was a bit of audio missing, like the whole second verse. And at first he was like, that's a little suspicious, saying that YouTube censored part of it. But then obviously they fixed it. But like he was like, I mean, he almost got too scared to drop the song.
I'm really not. I'm surprised he's still on social media.
He thought they were just going to completely censor him.
It's probably only a matter of time, but still.
Props to him though, for having the guts to do it. No one else does. As he said in Snowflakes, the more afraid we get, the more we hate the ones who do speak the truth.
That's right.
So,
no fear here, baby.
I think that's gonna be it for our video today. Let us know what you guys want us to react to next. We have I think I mentioned this in the last video. We got a straight white male that we did react to about a week ago that I forgot to upload. That will be uploaded on Sunday, hopefully. Like, this is Friday, Sunday. That's my plan. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, please like and subscribe. Let us know what you want to react to next. Except for straight white male, we already did that. And
I can make y'all a tinfoil hat and send it to you.
Sign it.
Yeah, I'll sign it.
For the signature line? I feel like we're stealing Tom's idea. He should do that. He should do that. I'd buy it.
Like high quality tinfoil hats.
maybe like $10. All right. Well, go check out the video if you haven't already. Obviously, you want to make sure you watch the video before you watch us. We can't get the credit. We just react to it. So yeah. Anything else? Anything else you guys say? Okay. Well, we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys. Peace.